How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
What strikes you most about all that Matt has set up today? In particular, the six hitting, the batting first runs per over. What do you make of it?
I think lack of quality spinners, bowling in the power play, I feel is one of the reasons, because early years you used to see a lot of spin in the power play. Now you don't see that much spin. But even if there is spin, you are finding a good Indian batsman in every team tackling spin. Early years you used to have a couple of foreigners for few teams, and also Indian batsmen were not great against spin. So that's the reason why I feel there's this little shift, and also the impact player that completely changes the mindset of the team, where you want guys to go in and really take the bowlers on. And from a bowler's point of view, I'm sure only Bish can answer that.
I wish he does. Vish?
And so, what, from a bowler's point of view, what you're seeing though are different plans. You're seeing guys, and I think we were here when guys are trying, Siraj and those guys were trying to go up and under the bat. They're not the only team that have tried to do that. There have been also occasions where the two deep fielders in the power play are on one side of the playing surface to try to limit damage in as much as you're looking to get wickets. But you'd also look at the quality of some of the bowling that needs to raise its stocks as well. So I think there's a combination of factors, and that's where someone like a Vaibhav Arora, I think that's a credit to him. I know we're close halfway through the season. When you go back to 2022 when he started, you see where the run rates were?
We can bring those numbers back.
The run rates were low in comparison to last year and this year, right? And Vaibhav was going at 9 and over for his first two seasons. You could excuse him for going at 9 and over last year because the impact player came in last year. But so far this year, he's going at 8 point something, which is his lowest in a season that we're going halfway through. And this is when the run rates have gone through the roof. So that's a credit to him.
And we've got a list as well of the top performers with the ball in particular in the power play. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, Bish, in terms of whether there's any pattern that you can see as to the type of bowlers we've got here. Obviously, Khalil, left arm swing bowler, someone we'd say is pretty attacking. He's got 7 power play wickets, the same as Mohammad Siraj, who's had a really good start to the year. A couple of names that strike me there who haven't necessarily taken that many wickets, but the economy rate is outstanding at the bottom in Hazelwood and Bhuvi Kumar, who have obviously been exceptional for RCB.
Yeah, Bhuvi is just like mind-blowing that he's going at just over 6. But Khalil has swung the ball. I thought he's bowled very well for the most part of the season in the power play. Siraj has gotten better, although the last game he had a little shadow. He's coming and do his thing. I think Jofra Archer is the one who I think sometimes is bowling better than his numbers suggest, even though Phil Salt took him out of contention in that last game. So it's a combination of things. If you can get the ball to deviate on some of these grounds, I think you hit off center of the bat with guys going so hard and you're in the game. But if the pitches are flat, and when the pitches are flat, batters are just so dominant now that it's hard. So great credit. I think we need to raise the salaries of the guys who are bowling in the power play, to be quite honest with you.
No argument from me. But I want to see those bowlers one more time and ask Raidu if there's anything in common with how they have bowled. We think it's pretty clear all batting teams, maybe CSK is an exception because they've had a tough season, are going hard in the power play. Is there anything in common on what these bowlers by and large are doing to sort of still be in this list at this point?
I think except Jofra Archer and maybe a little bit of Josh Hazelwood, rest all are trying to swing the ball. And I think only Hazelwood is someone who is hitting good lengths and trying to get some movement off the pitch. But you generally see that if you're bowling full and trying to swing the ball, it's always tough. If the ball is hitting your stump as a batsman, you are always instinctively looking to protect yourself from getting bowled. That is an instinct of a batsman.
Right.
So anything other than that is where you're free to really hit the ball, because I think that's one area where bowlers sometimes don't think as much. With the new ball, as a batsman, if you know the ball's going to hit the stumps, you have that at the back of the mind, and you cannot hit the ball with 100% conviction. You still are in good shapes, just playing, a good punch or a good shot over the bowler or your mid off. But if it is on the onside, offside slightly shorter, or on the onside slightly shorter,
going.
or yeah, you tend to be much more freer.
I think it still has to do something.
Yeah,
Though,
of
I mean,
course.
I'm adding to what he's saying. I agree with him, but I think you bowl to a guy like, just to bring another Englishman. I know Matt loves these conversations when I involve a British player or English player. He will go at anything. But if you can get the ball to move laterally, Mitch Marsh is another one. If it's his zone there, whatever the line, he goes down the ground. So the guys who are also getting it to do something laterally, just to take outer half, inner half, high on the bat or low on the bat, that's the big thing for me.
How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.